Shopping for my very first car.
Guys, it's not real.
Hi, how's it going? My name's Kumi. If you're new here, nice to see you. If you've been here, nice to see you again. Thanks for coming back. So, this video is a little bit different from my usual content. If you have been here, you know that I usually do vlogs. This is still a vlog, but this is my very first car. And I wanted to go a little bit behind the scenes in the story of how I got my car, what I was looking for, the shopping process, and all the tea about getting a new car, especially in this day and age. Going in, when I was getting my car, I was a junior in college and I needed a car because technically I lived off campus the whole semester in an off campus dorm. So I was able to take the bus to campus, but it was getting towards winter. The sun was setting a little bit earlier, and it just isn't practical to be relying on a bus as a girl in your college town in the South. Is it safe? Yes, but I'd prefer to have a car, especially because one of my classes was a little bit of a walk. So I was walking on the side of the road during the day, which is fine, but it was just a lot better to have a car and a lot safer. I also had an internship coming up in December that I would need a car for. So getting a car in this period of time was very important for me in my life. So some of the things that I was looking for when shopping for a car, I needed a car that was under 100,000 miles because I am going to use it for a long time and I want it to be running and running smoothly. I was looking for a car with a backup camera. That also is very important for me because I learned how to drive with a backup camera. Don't necessarily know how to drive without a backup camera. Is that a bad thing? Judge me. I don't care. Third thing that you can also judge me on, I wanted to push to start. Those were negotiables. I kind of wanted a hybrid, but that was definitely like a maybe for the next car thing because, starting out, you're not going to get everything that you want. I wanted like a nice color or like wood finishes, but again, those were like highly negotiables. The budget for us was anything under 12,000 to 10,000, and I was putting the deposit in on the car. So that was pretty important that I also stayed in budget. So anything between 5,000 to 10 or 12,000. 12 was like pushing it. Negotiating. But that was like my budget range. So another non-negotiable besides the under 100,000 miles thing, I wanted a Japanese car. So we were looking at Toyota, specifically Toyota Camry, Prius, or Corolla, or a Yaris, but it's a very small car. So I kind of leaned against it when I was looking. Prius obviously was like my top because it's a hybrid and it's decently affordable. Some other brands that we were looking at were Mazda. I love the way Mazdas look. I just feel like they look nice. Like they look good. They look tea. And then the second was Hyundai or Honda. So Honda Civic, Hyundai Sonata, and then a Mazda 6. That was basically what I was looking for. And I didn't want an SUV. That was the biggest non-negotiable. I learned how to drive on both my mom's SUV and my dad's sedan, and I know that I drive better in sedans. I feel like I can see the ground better. I feel like I'm like more one with the road. I know they aren't as safe as SUVs, but both are pretty safe, especially the newer cars come with better safety features. I was also looking around like 2016 to 2022-ish because those cars are going to have your backup camera, they're going to have safety features, they're going to be more tested, things like that, but those were what I was looking for. Okay, so here's the story of going into the first dealership. Going into the first dealership, we were just there to look around. We got there pretty late, so we couldn't do any test drives, but we just wanted to see what they had. This was my first time looking for cars ever in person, so we just wanted to go and see what they had. While I was there, I saw a Volkswagen Bug, which was my dream car growing up, but they are horrible to maintain. So it was not even on the list. But yeah, this is a little bit of the first dealership.
For a long time, and I think the price would be cheap. Let's start with.
So even though it was evening, we still went to our second dealership, and that is one that has bigger variety of Japanese cars. So we were able to look a little bit more around, but again, because it was late, we weren't able to do any test drives, and they didn't really have much in our range at all. And it was a Toyota dealership, but they did not have anything in our budget range. So before it closed, the second dealership we went to, they told us that they would have a car that we could test drive, but because it was late, we would have to wait till the next day, and it was actually next door. So we ended the first day not having driven anything, not having gotten in any of the cars, but we were able to know that there was one car that we could see, potentially a second car, but it would be at the dealership next door. So it's day 2. We're very excited, new hopes. We have a car we can test out. So we got there. The car is an SUV. I don't want an SUV. Now, this car would have been perfect, and I thought about compromising, but it just didn't feel right in my spirit, and I know that that's just not my car. So it was a Toyota Highlander, and it was blue, like this color, which is my favorite color. It had wood finishes, which are beautiful, and it had a push to start and a backup camera. The price was great, and it was a hybrid. I mean, it was literally perfect. And it was like a 2016 or something. And it had so many features because it was a limited edition car. So there were so many features and like benefits to it, safety features, all the things that are not normally in a 2016 car that's like 10 years old. But it was so good. It was so perfect. And like literally my mom was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want an SUV?" I'm just like, knowing myself, I just am not comfortable driving big cars. I really did consider it and like mull over it, but I was like, this ain't my car. It's not my car. Obviously, you don't want to say no to everything, but we were like, yeah, I don't think this is it. Do you have anything else? So the guy was like, yeah, we do have a Camry, but it is out of your budget. It was 14,000, which is like not really an option for us. I think it was a 2018 red hybrid Toyota Camry. And when I tell you I fell in love with that thing, I was driving that thing around like this is my car. This is my car. It was so beautiful. The way it drove was so smooth, and I'd never driven a hybrid before. I mean, that thing was so smooth and it was so quiet. I was just driving that car and I was so happy until my parents were like, Kumi, like, no, it's too expensive. I was like, but I love it. I love it though. Kanye reference. All right. Anyways, yeah, it was really sad because I really loved the car. It was a little big, and I was looking towards Corollas, Civics. They're all like the same build, but I was like, I could do this. Like, I love this car, and I never thought of myself as driving a red car, but I really loved it. You really never know, like, until you start shopping for like big things, how it feels to fall in love with something like that. That's the biggest thing that I've ever shopped for, but I was like, it just feels right. But it was out of budget, and so we had to say no because they were like, this thing's gonna sell soon. We have other offers. You need to try to put in an offer like by the end of the weekend, and we didn't. He said it's red. While editing, I discovered this footage. We actually went shopping. Me and my mom just went window shopping at CarMax the Sunday of that weekend. And I'll be honest with you, that CarMax guy was really rude. We were like, oh yeah, we're just looking, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, all right, you can go. It was really rude, but it was a Sunday, so they were really busy. And we just went in, and CarMax, you can literally just go into any cars. And because we hadn't found the right match, we kind of just wanted to sit in some more options, sit in a Mazda, sit in a Prius, sit in a Hyundai, and just really get the vibe of them before making a decision, because I knew that I probably wouldn't be there when my parents found a car. And it was actually really nice because I got to see a bunch of different options, and so that was great. So yeah, that's that footage. Forgot to explain it, but I just found it. So fast forward, I went back to school with no car. And that was kind of heartbreaking because I was not there for that long, and I was like low key sad. And 2 weeks go by, and my parents visit, surprisingly, on a Sunday. And they're like, okay, let's walk to the car because it wasn't close to where we were at. And we go to the car, and there's another car there. What is this? And prior to this, my parents had been looking for cars while I was at school. So they knew what I wanted, they knew what I liked, they knew all the things, and they told me at some point, and I don't know why I didn't suspect anything, but they told me to send them the money for the deposit. So I was like, okay. They're like, just in case we find anything, we can put the money down while you're at school. Flash forward, when I see this car, I'm like, are you kidding? They got me a car, and this car looks nice. It's not, I'd never seen a Toyota Corolla like that. Turns out that's because it's a 2022. We weren't even looking for cars at the 2022 range. So apparently my dad knew a guy who like bought so many cars from this dealership that they were giving him deals or something. I don't even know, but he got such a good deal on the car. Even though we did end up paying $14,000 for it, it was way cheaper than 2022s we were going for at the time. Full transparency, I have had this car for over a year. So I got this car the end of 2024. So 2022s were only like 2.5 years old at this point, and they were still selling for like 20,000. So the fact that I got it for 14,000 was insane. And yes, that was out of our budget. But you're getting a car that had 63,000 miles on it, a Toyota Corolla, mind you, those cars can go up to like 400,000 miles. It has safety features, had black hubcaps, whatever, which like that wasn't even a requirement for me, but I think it looks so much better than silver, and black interior. This is not real. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna cry. So you put it in here, and then it didn't make any sound. Wow,
There she is with her car.
So how do you get a map? How do you get Bluetooth? Oh,
You have to. There's stuff
is
that
it
you.
Apple Play?
I don't think so. I don't know. You'll have to download the Toyota app. I don't think the car is on.
This parking brake.
Okay.
How do you turn the parking brake on?
When you get
There
it,
you
you
go,
can drive
Tom.
it, turn it off.
Now, ideally, if I was picking out the car, I would have picked out the blue Corolla, but they didn't have one. All they had was silver, and also it is an LE, which means that it's a very, very basic version. The L is like the lowest, and then LE. So it doesn't have Apple Maps, but it does have a backup camera and a screen, and it doesn't have push to start. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, that was one of my like negotiables, but not really, because I learned how to drive a car with push to start. I actually didn't really know how to use a key. So if you see in this video, I turn on the car and the car's not on because I have only turned on a car with a key so many times before that, which is kind of funny and a very first world issue. But I didn't even know that they made cars with key starters anymore. Like I thought it was just all push to start, which is kind of funny because in the video I'm like not knowing how to do it. But I was so happy with that surprise. I was fully surprised. For a second, I thought they might have brought the car because I was like, this would be a perfect opportunity. And they're like, no, still didn't find anything. And I was like, okay, I believe them. My bad, I'm gullible. But yeah, they lied to me, and it was a great, 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 great surprise, and I'm so grateful for my car. Guys, do you want to sit with me? Oh my gosh. Oh, Ginger. So now you see the beautiful Chihiro. I call her Chihiro the goat because that car has literally probably saved my life so many times. The safety features on it are amazing. I couldn't recommend a car more. I love my Toyota Corolla. The only thing that I would recommend is getting a push to start because I feel like safety wise, it's just so much easier than to have to like fumble with your keys and start the car. I love her. I really do. And she has like the stop thing, like if you're too close to a car and you're going too fast, the cruise control is amazing. I love the steering wheel assist. Some people don't, but I like it. I feel like the car has become increasingly easier to drive as it gets older. It's at 83,000 miles now, so it has 20,000 miles that I've put on it, and it's had 4 or 5 oil changes so far. The only issues that I've had with it are the battery. The battery died, but batteries usually only last around 2 years, and the battery died this December, and I had to get it fixed. And that wasn't too expensive. The only other issue with it is if there is a lot of ice, it will not. It don't do well with ice. It's a little car. Like, what's it gonna do? It doesn't have 4-wheel drive, so it be struggling. I haven't had any major issues with the car that you wouldn't predict. So literally, battery has been the only issue. The engine's never died, nothing like that. And she's under 100,000 miles. She still has a lot to give, and I love her so, so much. But the only thing left that I had to do after those couple months was to get my tags. So in this video, it's around Christmas time, and I went to go get my car tags, and I was so excited because my car was becoming an official real car. So I went to the actual dealership that my dad got the car in, and I got to get my real tags. And they were so pretty and shiny and Maryland. And yes, we loved them so much. And I was very happy to get my tags, screwed them things right on, and my car has never been more beautiful. Going to pick up my tags. I've never been to this place because I wasn't here when I got the car, but we're gonna get the tags. Wow. Nice. So yeah, this was like a walking advertisement for Toyota and Toyota Corollas, but truly any of the cars would have been great. I love a Corolla. I think Mazdas are beautiful. I think Honda Civics are great cars. Like they're solid cars. That's why people go for them so much. I definitely recommend any of those brands. I just could not be more grateful. The way I got my car, the surprise, everything. It was just really perfect. And I'm so glad to be blessed with the car that I have today. So thank you so, so much for being here, for watching. If you want to see more content from me, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also make sure to comment, share, like, subscribe. Any of those things really help push my video out, and the algorithm can see my content and let's see that more people want to see it. So definitely do all of those things. I appreciate you so much for being here. And if you like college content, I post a lot of it, and I am taking a little bit of a hiatus from it right now, but it will be coming very soon. And if you want to see more like travel content, concert content, things like that, stay tuned because those are also coming as well. And if there's anything else that I haven't mentioned that you'd like to see, comment it down below. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you have the most amazing day. And if you have any questions about my car, you can comment them down below and I will get back to you as well. But yeah, thank you for being here. Have the most amazing day. And always remember that you are loved. I feel like Mazdas are just like sexy, beautiful looking cars. Body T Mazda. That's like too much. Like, I still want my car to be a car. No.